Hello and welcome everyone, Ace1918 here, and today we are starting a live stream of Battlefield 40K. I noticed the screen's having a little bit of a weird issue with the menu screen for some reason, but we can work around that hopefully because the game itself is in 1080. But anyways, let's go ahead and jump right in. This is a mod for Battlefield 1942, the original that came out in 2002. Unfortunately, the latest version didn't really work out of the box, but fortunately, I have actually been able to fix that. Sort of, anyways. Basically, what I did was I took one file or so from an old version. Screen, yes, the menu is kind of small. That's because it was set, I think, to 800 by 600, whereas the game itself is going to be in full 1080. Hopefully, let's try it out. Alright, see if it works. So the map here is basically a conversion of the Berlin map from Battlefield 1942. Just drop that there. Should take out a whole bunch of dudes. We did. We are getting shot though, but I can fix that. There we are. But yeah, as I was saying, the base version of this mod, originally this mod didn't really work out of the box, the latest version, so I had to fix that by basically getting the game, taking one or so file from the old version that did actually run, which didn't really impact the gameplay. I believe it's the menu file or something, and basically just stuck that in. Oh, dudes everywhere. We'll just take some grenades out. There we are. Ow. Yes, it got bigger, screen. That's because, like I said, the menu screen itself, I'm pretty sure, is locked to 800 by 600, hence the problem. Okay, there goes another bunch of dudes. I'm expecting this particular match to be fairly short because we've got the Chaos troops on the run. Now, I should mention, by the way, this mod was never fully finished. The latest version was a 0.8. And so part of the problem is there's only really, as far as I can tell, 2 full factions in it. The Warriors of Chaos, or Chaos Marines specifically, sorry, and Space Marines. And more specifically, the chapters are the Blood Angels and the Emperor's Children. So we'll go ahead and... Although I think I've seen some pics show Black Templars, so they might have them in somewhere. I haven't tried this mod out too much yet. Imagine getting vibe checked by a flying Range Rover. That said, this mod does have some good ideas, like the different factions have some really unique classes. For example, I know for a fact that the Emperor's Children do have access to Noise Marines, which obviously is not something that the Blood Angels have access to. So that's a nice little touch. But there's a number of bugs with this because it's not finished and because the original game was meant to run on a 4:3 aspect ratio, whereas I'm of course running this in a 16:9. Oops, accidentally got one of my buddies, but I did help take out the tank, or that's a rhino, so my bad. But anyways, you know what I mean. But yeah, this mod didn't really work, the latest version didn't really work until I fixed that, so... These meltas are extremely effective. That bike was very slow, yes, although to be fair, I think the AI might not have been going full speed, so... I don't know what the AI here is doing. Like I said, this is not really a finished mod to begin with, but... But yes, it really is 40k in Battlefield 1942. They did actually make this one. And it is specifically for 1942. But what's interesting, there was also supposed to be, at one point, a Battlefield 2 mod, also called Battlefield 40k. Although I believe that was supposed to be more Imperial Guard versus Tau, if I remember correctly. So they've sent a flamer with a vehicle here. That's a problem. What's a problem I can deal with? Ow. They're almost dead anyway, so I should be able to just finish off what's left. But yeah, this really is just the Berlin map from Battlefield 1942 given a facelift. And we did it. Nice. Alright, so let's try a different map. This will probably kick us back to that large... Alright, or that very small window, but that's okay. Let's do a vehicle-focused one. Let's do Blood Canyon. But don't worry, the window itself, for me, always is in full screen, so when you play this mod yourself, you'll be able to actually see it as such yourself. So I could do... Let's go just a regular tactical kit. This is one of the maps that the game, that the modders actually did make specifically for this game, or this mod, sorry. So it isn't just reskins of vanilla maps. Alright. There. Now, the way you want to enter these vehicles if the AI is taking them over is you'll just want to repeatedly hit the E key until that'll convince the AI to jump out, and if you're in the wrong seat, just hit the right seat. In this case, the 1 key until they jump out. So that works. Now, I've noticed the physics for these vehicles is a little bit slidey. They drift really easily for some reason, but again, the mod was never really finished, and I think had more work been... I think to just tell you how long it's been since this mod actually had any work done on it, I believe the last update was back in 2006 or something like that. Of course, I'm sure there's always, of course, the opportunity that someone decides to jump in and do additional work to try to get this finished or something. JC says when they are attacking, they don't listen to you anymore. Interesting. Okay. I mean, that makes sense. Ow. That was my fault. I probably shouldn't have sent that artillery. I should not have sent that after a tank, but fortunately I have another tank at the spawn point here, so we'll just pick that up. Assuming I get there before... Oh dear. Alright, so we'll just go ahead and jump right in. Oh, we got one of them at least. But I do believe there is a second one there. Alright, so we've got these guys on the run. Well, I am sliding all over the place. They're taken out. So now, I can focus on these dudes. Missed. Keep missing. Okay, I'm just gonna... Alright, so now we just take out their one man post to the south, west there. Oop, I'm getting shot at. And I missed. Ouch. It's abandonware, yep. Nurgle's chosen, yes. Although the game, there is a couple ways, and this, by the way, is one of the problems with the mod. Like I said, it's meant for a 4:3 resolution or aspect ratio and not a 16:9. So bigger objects, bigger weapons like this have the clipping issue there. But anyways, but yeah, there are websites that you can find Battlefield 1942 easily enough on. In fact, if you want, I could probably give you a link as soon as the stream's done. There we go. Yep, that is a oof, alright. Everyone's picked an anti-tank class of some sort, apparently. Rockets everywhere. Alright, we'll just take this point. Drop the link, Bean Daddy, says Dalek. I will be as soon as the stream's over. There we go. Does online still work for this game? Kind of. It does take a little bit going. And from what I understand, basically, it takes someone that actually knows how to run the servers to get a server going, more or less. Otherwise, you're not going to show up on the browser or server lists. We got a flamer over there. Ease down. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. And they're throwing grenades my way, because of course they are. Alright, so I think it's time to fall back and get into here to try to capture this point. JC, something I noticed in 1942 is if bot gets killed by vehicles, they tend to switch to anti-tank class. That's interesting, actually. That makes a lot of sense. Those are very feminine Chaos Marines. Well, they are the Emperor's children. which means they worship Slaanesh. Ow. I think I'll just go for a tactical. But yeah, it does make sense that the AI would switch to that class if they got killed by a vehicle. And they just got a tank, so that's going to be interesting. That makes a lot of sense now, says Pixie. Yeah, it does. It's time to jump out. Ow. Ah, well. I guess I could do that. Pixie says, I feel like Slaanesh is just a diehard simp cult. Maybe? Alright, so at least we got a new tank, so let's go ahead and jump right in. This time, however, I think I need to do something a little bit different for my strategy, because it does not appear that the old school plan of just running it in there was working. So we'll try running in there from another direction. This is either going to be brilliant or idiotic. Let's find out. And he goes flying. At least this way I'm not getting attacked constantly by Now I am, but... we desperately need something a little bit different. I'm actually going to do the whole... I'm just going to do jump jets again. Because obviously I need something that can take out these guys fast enough, and it needs to be something... Oh dear, here comes... Alright, so let's... Ow! There we go. And he does not see me. He does, though. Grenades, and I'm almost dead. At least the flag has been grayed. That was a decent throw. Unfortunately... Ow. Okay, so I think we might actually have a winning strategy here. Use the jump jet, use the jetpack, get over there quickly without losing much health. I might actually, on the other hand though, use another tank while at it, just so I can... Because otherwise this is going to turn into a battle of attrition, and that means a lengthy wait just to see anything really happen and the match to play out. And I don't want that. I want the tickets to just bleed out so we can try out a different map too at some point. Ooh, a tank. No, just a rhino, but that's a tank, however, further in the back, and that needs to go right now. I'll use his vehicle as cover. And it worked. In fact, I think I got both of them in the same shot. Let's take care of this dude real quick. Actually, it is time to fall back, or actually just abandon the vehicle because it's about dead. Alright, all I need is for these guys to hold the line until I actually take the flag. And yes, this is the AI we are against.
Objective captured. Conciliate on this mark.
Alright, so the point has been taken. The bleed is on. And we have nearby flamers, apparently. And a lot of dudes, actually. So have a Melta. And even a brand new tank. Count me in. Grenade. I wish the splash damage was a little bit higher because apparently I keep missing. And I hit the long range shot. The mod file, I actually had it uploading. It just hadn't quite finished when I started the stream. Although it should be ready by now. So what I might do is actually send you guys a link to it. Tank. I am going to include the link in the description. It wasn't ready yet. There we go. The Adeptus Mechanicus must hate Ace for wasting so many tanks. Yeah, unfortunately. But is it really a waste to kill heretics constantly with these tanks? That thing's almost dead, so I'm not going to bother. Ooh. Okay, I guess these things are just really slow or something. Nope, he is starting to... No, he is slow. Now, from what I recall, yep, you're not able to actually use enemy vehicles, which... Alright. Ooh, a rhino. That bike, though, yep. Alright. That feeling when I'm having more luck with the chainsword than I am with tanks. Oh well. So, what do you guys think of this mod so far? It is a little bit flawed, admittedly, and it is... Well, it was never really finished in the first place, but... The idea of having multiple kit types for the various sides is a good idea. Yeah, I think it's time to fall back. Janky but looks fun, says Dalek. Well, fair enough. It is a mod, and for a game that was known for being a little bit on the janky side in the first place, so... Hopefully I can find some ammo somewhere. Not here. Because what I really need is another Melta. I guess that might not have... I guess that's another case of... Melees should do less damage. Honestly, I think the part of the issue is that the ranged weapons don't really do enough damage. I think the melee is fine itself, but... There we go. Ow. They finally got me. But look at the tickets. They are almost done. It would be better, Nurgle's Chosen says, would be better if you played as guards, but looks fun if you get a server up. Yes, and there is, like I already mentioned, there were attempts to make a mod with the, for Battlefield 2 that was guards versus Tau. And there's always, of course, if someone were to decide to take this to a mod backup, they could probably add guards in as well. Although they'd probably have to do some really weird things to balance it. Alright. Ace got double tapped, yep. Alright, so let's go ahead and try a different map. Melee isn't according to the lore, okay? So let's try... Let's actually do one that is actually... where we're actually playing as the Warriors of Chaos. Or no, sorry, this Chaos Space Marines. Sorry, I've been playing a little bit of Total Warhammer, so... We'll do... I don't think I've tried Indoria Forest yet, so let's do that. Return of Reckoning, I'm not sure what that is. I'm sorry. So, oh yeah, this map. I did play this map. And this is one of those ones that's not quite finished yet because the tickets. I just remembered. I did not intend to pick this map with the tickets like it is, but here we are, I guess, so. And like I said, it's another one of those where it's supposed to be an assault map, but... Alright, so flame on, I guess. It's the old Warhammer MMO. Okay. Okay, so we finally grade this flag. This might actually be a really quick map if I'm... Oh. Yeah, I was about to say, this might actually be a really quick map. Oops, sorry. So, alright, so let's see. Warhammer Fantasy Online. It got abandoned by Epic, and now it's completely free since Epic will sue them for accepting a cent of cash. It's fun. I was in a battlefield with 500 people yesterday. That actually sounds like a cool, fun little idea. So, is this the Heavy Flamer or Heavy Flamer? Not sure. I have to say this is one of the better mods as far as flamethrowers are concerned. At least when it comes to Battlefield 1942 mods. Alright, so Cloaker says what? I'm not entirely sure what for, but if he wants, I can try to answer that question, of course. I don't know exactly why... Ooh. Ouch. I'm getting shot by someone. Okay, that... Okay, I think I got him good. Oh, dear. Thought I saw some dudes in the distance there, so... I wonder if it'll let me gray the point here from up here. Well, it doesn't really matter. There's so many crack missiles. Yep. Which is amusing. Ooh. Because it doesn't appear to be that many of that particular class right now in the mod. Or in this match anyways. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with that, but okay. Will it let me survive if I jump down? What? Ow. That is a no. I wonder if it'll actually give me a parachute. That would be amusing, but it might. This mod might have a parachute. And I just get melt-a-bombed instantly. Well, we just need to take that one final point that the Space Marines have, and we should be able to finish the match off. Since there's so many of them. Go, we actually might have a chance. Oh dear. I just keep running into more Space Marines. Oh, so there is actually a way out of that. And they just spawned a whole bunch more. Okay, let's just gray the point. Oh god. It's grayed. All I have to do is just hold on for a little bit longer yet, and I have it. We did it. All right. So, now that that map's done, let's try another one. Island Outpost. That sounds promising enough. So, this is another... I don't know what sort of map they're going with here. Let's actually do a Noise Marine this time. But it looks like it's going to be a small map. And it also looks like they've missed... Alright, so let's see. Nurgle's Chosen says, oh, have you heard of the 40k mod for Squad made by YouTuber Valorak? I haven't been following the channel anymore, but it's a mod for Squad. Guards versus cultists or renegades. That sounds pretty interesting, actually. You know, that actually makes me think. You guys heard about, of course, the fact that Squad itself, the guys that got started on that, also started from the modded community. I ended up starting out with... Oh, that's pretty noisy, I forgot. Yeah, you might want to cover your ears, children, because the Noise Marines are very true to their name. This... Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna switch out to a different class as soon as I can. Ow.
We have a point. Bring up reinforcements and we'll take some more.
My ear, says Pixie. Yeah, and by the way, I'm pretty sure I've got this set to 10% volume. Nurgle's Chosen says, I think I have a headache from the sound. That means it's working, I guess. So, like I said, this mod could use some tweaks. At least it's not as loud when they're holding it. I know they have another secondary weapon that's also pretty obnoxious too. Actually, we need something different. Pixie says I'm only using 10% of my power. Yep. Exactly. Sweet Emperor's Children, says Zummerwaffen. Yep. Like I said, it's Emperor's Children and Blood Angels that are the two factions in this. Although I think, like I said, I've seen some screenshots that suggest that the Black Templars might also be in here somewhere as well. So the Heavy Bolters basically work like... Oh, some medics. They basically work like machine guns from Battlefield 1918, where you have to go prone to actually use them efficiently. Oh dear, ow. Let's see, Nurgle's Chosen. To be honest, this mod is more balanced than Ultimate Apocalypse for Dawn of War Soulstorm. That mod's multiplayer, by the gods, it brings me only tears. Yep. Ace just committed a war crime. Oh yes, yes I did actually. Well, this is Warhammer 40k. There are no war crimes in Warhammer 40k. You can't commit a war crime if it's not a crime in the first place. Alright, well, we finally managed to make it to this point. Oh god.
We have captured our location.
Oh, grenade.
We have a point. Bring up reinforcements and we'll take some more.
Yep, the Heavy Bolter does do proper damage, I think, so we'll keep using it. Ow! Ultimate Apocalypse is a trash fire. Titanium Wars is better and made by someone who can actually code. The thing is, I've actually heard, though, that Ultimate Apocalypse, it's not really balanced, but I don't really think it's meant to be balanced. It's more of a spectacle thing. But, you know what, that's fine. German MG-42 gunner on Omaha Beach, 1944 colorized. Yep. Oh, darn it. I forgot. Yeah, this does not color code. Okay, so blue is always going to be the Chaos Forces, and red is always going to be the Imperium, so I forgot that for a moment. That's one example of how this game can be a little bit old school, not in the best way, but
No
that's,
response from that outpost.
well, that's fine. We can take it back, I'm sure. I love the swimming animations for these guys. That's hilarious. I'm getting shot by something. I think the situation calls for some grenades. Oh, there he is. It's quite comedic that the Allies are the Emperor's children, the Axis are the Blood Angels. Yeah. This map is just going to turn into a big case of attrition because there's no way to start the bleed on the opposite faction. That's it's still solid enough though in its unfinished state, I'll have to say. And I got flamed to death. But I'm not going to touch the Noise Marine again because I think we all know that was a horrible decision on my part last time I did. Well, the grenade spam is definitely real in this mod. Life must be fun for a Space Marine, says Pixie. Yeah, some maps took me 45 minutes to finish. Well, this sounds like it's going to be one of them. Unless my liberal use of the flamer here gives us victory sooner. Ow. God, look at that swarm. You know what? Heavy bolter. That noise horrifies me, says Pixie. Yep. Although I'm pretty sure that's the intention. Ow. Well, we've gotten them down to 145 tickets, and it's gone down even more, so that's good. Ouchies. And I'm getting shot some more. Moments before disaster, yep. Just go for a tactical. Hey, at least they're down to 111 tickets, though, so... Does that rocket launcher work against Horde? It does not do enough splash damage, if that's what you're asking. It'll hit one dude and basically take him out, but not really do a whole lot else. Why couldn't they put some stupid wub sound instead of that screech? Because it wasn't menacing enough.
Oh, we have a point. Bring up reinforcements and we'll take some more.
And I got team killed, but that's okay. Donkey Kong 64 instruction booklet says, all the BF 1942 cheats work with every mob, but they chomp your tickets to bits. If you're going to cheat, it's best to misspell the cheat, enter it correctly, then restart the match. Good to know. Pixie says, I like my hearing. But this isn't even the worst if it's only 10% volume. Yep. And this is me doing 10% volume in volume mixer. So if the game's volume, and I don't think it is at full volume either, it's even worse. It's really the pitch of that thing that makes it so horrible on the ears. Are you sure you aren't Salamander? Yeah, I'm pretty sure on this one.
Oh, we have a point. Bring up reinforcements and we'll take some more.
For one thing, I'm playing as a traitor legion, so...
We're getting no response from that outpost.
So we're down to 24 enemy tickets left. Pixie says, imagine a heavy noisemaker. I don't really think I want to. And we did it. We won. 92 kills and 17 deaths. Yeah, that sounds about right. Alright, so let's do another map. This time I guess we can go back to the Imperium. I don't think I've tried Sub-Zero or Two Moons, so... Poor Blood Angels, yep. I think they did intend at one point to make this mod so we got some new toys to play with. Okay. Help! Oh, that works. That's cool. Unlimited ammo through the ever helpful signature of -1, but hey. Like I said, this mod was very much WIP back in the day. So it looks like the warriors, or the Emperor's children here, have 2 points. One we are moving up to right now, and one further on. So there's no weapon up here. You get a chainsword. There we go. Oh dear. Fix that. Ow, he saw me. Oh, dearie me. That works. Alright, so we'll just capture this point. Red Tic Tac, strike again. Yep. I really do like this particular class. Oh, look. They're... That grenade seems a little bit powerful. Yeah, it's... I'm pretty sure it's meant to take out vehicles, is why. It's not really meant... It really... Because this class is supposed to, from what I've seen, replace the engineer class. And since they had a heavy... Since they had a... demolition charges and whatnot... Well, okay, so we still have a transport heading over there. But yeah, that's why they... Although it's a shame they didn't decide to actually give me a wrench to repair anything, but... I guess that's what the Adeptus Mechanicus is for.
We have them on the run.
So we did take that 1 point, so we now just have to take one more point, and hopefully the bleed will kick off on them. If not, we're going to be in for another battle of attrition. It is, the bleed is on, so we should be actually pretty good at this point.
All contact with Outpost has been lost.
Well, let's go fix that, shall we? Ow! Okay, that was my fault. Oh dear. Hello there. Face smashed into a wall. Yep.
Forces are falling back.
There we go. I hear the distinct sound of noise marines. And I have found their mute button. Oh god, I hear the noisemaker, says Pixie. I think I've scarred him for life. Wait a second. Does this thing... No, okay, I can't capture that. Okay. I was about to say... I've heard many things, but that sound is horrifying. Yep. You know what? I think you guys might be right. The chainsword is a little on the OP side. Which is amusing when you think about it, but... Yep, rip and tear, says James. Or Jamie. I mean, to be fair, I am playing this mod on the highest AI difficulty, so... Pixie says, if I even hear it, I will do a 180 run. Whoa. Zummerwaffen, if it was a power sword, the insta-kill would make sense. Immediately, a very sharp near... There we go. Oh. Anyways. Admittedly, a very sharp, near, hyper-motorized, slightly OP mute button. Yep. Says Ukrainian Fedora. Dalek says it's not a war crime if it's against chaos. And it's not a war crime if they are noise marines. Yep.
Forces are falling back.
Noise marines are the war crime. Change my mind.
All contact with Outpost has been lost.
Well, time to head back over there and start the bleed up again. And I am almost dead, so... Pixie says, no, I don't think I will change your mind because I agree. And oh no. What? Have I run into another noise marine? It's back. So I can use this little tank. That's actually kind of cool. Now, let's set up where chaos would be. That looks like a bike. I don't know what that vehicle is in the distance, but it concerns me. Melta bombs when all else fails. Yep. I'm almost dead because I ran over some water. Oh dear. Murderous Kitten says greetings. Hello, Murderous Kitten. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Uh-oh. More chaos are about. And it's one of those again. What is that heresy? Is that a spider? Yeah, it looked like it, certainly. It certainly did look like a spider tank. And you know what? That's actually really impressive that they've gotten the physics to work like that on that. Because usually that's a little bit difficult to do on a mod like for a game like Battlefield 1942. Okay, these guys obviously know someone's out and about because they're getting prone. So let's go find that spider and start shooting at it, shall we? I fear it bears the taint of chaos and must therefore die. Yep. I did indeed get vibe checked. I do wish these bolter pistols did a little bit more damage, but... There we go. And I got vibe checked again. JC says, or Nurgle's Chosen says, and back from the shower. Welcome back. JC says, yeah, Star Wars mod is impressive in that regard as well. Yes, it is, actually. Galactic Conquest is worth your time if you're into Star Wars. Aaron Hook says, if it moves, open fire first and then ask questions at some point later if you can be bothered. Pixie, ah yes, my ideology. Ukrainian Fedora says, that was a really quiet assault cannon, by the way. It seems like Adeptus Mechanicus has invented assault cannon-sized silencers. I mean, it wouldn't be... You're right. I do think part of the issue is the noise mixing is a little bit wonky, hence why the Noise Marines sound like they do with their little weapons. It wouldn't be anywhere near... The pitch is a large part of the problem, but I do think the volume needs to be turned down. Here's another one, in fact. There. The Adeptus Mechanicus cares for your ears more than the noisemakers. Well, yeah, the Adeptus Mechanicus is part of the Imperium, and the Noise Marines are part of the Forces of Chaos, so... Let's see if we can find that spider mech still. So who knew that Warhammer 40k was going to turn into the Wild Wild West with this particular map? Oh, there it is. And okay, so that is a bug that happens when something is very far away, where the animation doesn't pop in, and it also moves faster than it should. Let's sneak up on this guy and take him out. Oh, someone else did. Okay. I don't even know what that thing was. That, however, is another Noise Marine. Why are you going towards the big spider thing to take it out? Zumravafen says, that is a giant defiler. The bolt pistol iron sight is amazing, says Pixie. Nurgle's chosen. Ah, that's a defiler. Okay. Yep. And yes, it is indeed dead, Pixie. So let's go ahead and try another map. And you know what? While we are at it, let's... Pixie says, oh yes, it ended before the screech. Alright, another map. Let's see. One that might actually have one of those spider things. Let's actually try that 2 moons. Kenrick says, the Emperor shall decide if your bolt pistol is accurate. The Emperor protects. Okay, so let's see what we have. Ooh, we have access to aircraft. And it's already taken. So this is very clearly a vehicle-focused map. Although more of an APC, so probably more of a, not really a vehicle focus as much as a vehicle transport style. So anyways, let's go ahead and take this. Straight up nighttime Tatooine, says Pixie. Okay.
We have a point. Bring up reinforcements and we'll take some more.
Another one of these? Okay. Is this a smoke screen or something? Yes, it is. That's a cool little touch. You know what this map is actually, I think? This map is... This looks like Kursk. This looks like they've taken Kursk and changed it up a bit. That's what this looks like. Or is it Kharkov? I think it might act... Wait. I think it actually had Kharkov. This is Kharkov that they've changed. My bad. But we now have 2 of the 3 points, so we'll just take this one over here. So apparently the Space Marines are so tough that they can be rammed by this and not die. I don't think Battlefield 1942 had 2 moons. Well, it depends on the skybox. And that's the thing. I've actually seen some rather interesting skyboxes in some of these maps. Even with one of them that was a vanilla map, they changed the skybox. JC's yes says, yes, that's Kharkov. Cloaker says, metal boxes. Mr. Guard says, this looks interesting. Actually, let's see if we can see the 2 moons. Yep. Yep, they've really... They have done 2 moons on this. Kharkov, they didn't rename the points. You're right. It is. Come on, get up there. Yep, rhinos everywhere. Wow. Okay. Unfortunately, I think the occasion calls for me jumping in. And he missed. I have a terrible feeling that once I reach another subscriber count, someone's going to demand I do a Noise Marine only challenge with this mod. I just thought. Oh, what? Oh. My god, those missiles are close. Yes, they are. Poker says... Oh, Dalek says local man wipes out Blood Angels. And... Alright. Pixie says 7,000 subspecial. Noisemaker on 50%. No. At that point, I could... Not 50%, because at that point, you wouldn't even be able to hear me talking. The version before Eternal Crusade, I believe that was... Okay. Alright. Let's get this. I think this calls for... Ukrainian Fedora says, Noise Marine only challenge, that's so cruel though. Pixie says, I just want to hear Ace scream when he gets jump scared by a noisemaker. Nurgle's chosen... Oh, you're talking about a video game. Is this... If we're talking about first-person shooters, let's see... There is Space Hulk Deathwing Enhanced Edition. And there's also, that one comes to mind. There's also, of course, Fire Warrior, if you're talking about an older game. Are there any air vehicles? Yes, actually. Although the AI took the air vehicle on this map, so... Ow. Alright, so that was a pretty easy map, though. Let's go try something a little bit different. But I was telling you, actually, now that I think about it. Oh yeah, you're talking about Warhammer 40k Space Marine. Yeah, there's that game too. So we'll do this map, which is basically Tobruk, but it will be doing it as the Imperium. So we will be attacking. But yeah, you're talking about Warhammer 40k Space Marine. Black Templars are better than the Astartes, says Pixie. I would love to do co-op missions on 360, but can't coordinate the times. Okay.
We're taking heavy casualties.
Yeah, look at the skybox on this map. Alright, but yeah, this is basically Tobruk, so all we have to do is just take their various points here, and we should be good to go. Friendly fire 100%, such Imperium. Yep. I don't know what just happened there, but whatever it was. Oh dear. And the Noise Marines are back and in force. I appear to have annoyed them. Help! Someone! Ow! Nurgle's Chosen says, I'm going to put the live stream on TV since I don't have any more battery on phone, so no more talking from me, I guess. Well, I hope I still... Well, best of luck, and I do hope you enjoy the stream still. Just take a fly up here.
We're taking heavy casualties.
Pixie says, I have Ace on my TV as well for that widescreen goodness. Cool, thanks. Alright, so let's go ahead and take the center point here. You can tell from the number of shots here just how many Noise Marines are out and about. It's insane. Okay. This is Battlefield 40K. It's a mod for Battlefield 1942 that turns it into Warhammer 40K. Specifically, Blood Angels versus Emperor's Children. Okay, so we got that. Hawk Silk says, "Whoa, blast from the distant past. Comes at my recommended. I remember working on the BF2 version of this. Cool. So we actually have one of the modders from the BF2 version watching. Awesome. Yeah, yeah, is there any chance, by the way, you might have a build of that? Pixie says, in the background, I hear my nightmares. Yep. Okay, so we'll take the whirlwind. It's almost dead. It's going to be dead. Ooh. He missed me by a millimeter, basically. Okay, he's down. Tank, tank, tank. There we go. Cloaker asks, how do you not like 1990s games so much? Grew up in the 90s, did modding for Battlefield 1942. And the 90s have their own specific feel to them, games from that era. And they can be pretty solid, too, in their own right. Let's take out this guy. And I shot myself somehow. Alright, but anyways. Top job. Purge the heretics, imperial filth, says Kenrick. Thank you. Pixie says confused heresy. Hawksilk says, I do not, but I could probably get you one. Still in contact with the old project lead. Excellent. If it has bot support or something like that, I'd happily do a live stream, mate. And if you guys want, I could even provide a link to it as well, in case there's anyone that wants to have their hand at trying it. I wonder if Star Wars Battlefront has any good 40k mods. I actually do need to have a look. They've got some interesting ones. Like, I know they've got a Metroid Prime mod, of all things, that people say is pretty solid. And speaking of Battlefield 2, I was actually thinking of doing a Battlefield 2 mods live stream anyway, so... Pixie says, oh yes, red Tic Tac time. Indeed. Mr. Dansan says, I saw a new Halo one that looks fantastic. Oh, there's a new Halo mod for Battlefield, huh? Or no, for Battlefront. Battlefield also has a... in case you guys are curious, there is another Noise Marine. Let's take care of him. There is another... Yeah, Battlefield 1942 did actually have a Halo mod too called Homefront, which also made a transition to Battlefield Vietnam. If I remember correctly. Pixie says, yes, he's walking at us menacingly. Yep. Hello, Mr. Flamer.
Objective captured. Conciliate on this mark.
Ooh, another Noise Marine. Wow, they're everywhere. Another flamer? And he's throwing grenades at me when I've got a jetpack. Now to find out if Homefront has a Halo mod. That would actually be quite amusing. I'm not gonna lie. Speaking of which, you guys know that Homefront was actually made by another studio that got its work started on making Battlefield mods. Specifically the Desert Combat mod for Battlefield 1942. Which impressed EA and DICE so much they ended up making... Oh, a Defiler. Anyways, they ended up impressing EA and DICE so much that they helped them make... They got them on board to help them make Battlefield 2. Oh god, oh god, ow! Well, at least I got him. Or no, Homefront. Yeah, Homefront. That was it. Whole world, says Mr. Dan. Okay. That was a miss. That was a very distant miss. Ouch. Yep, Desert Combat was a great mod. I would argue Desert Combat, here's the thing, it actually, in my opinion, what was my tactic there? My tactic was to try to get away, but basically, once you get moving somewhere, it's really difficult to stop moving somewhere with a jetpack. Speaking of which, ouch. But I did get it looks like I got a few of them. A good number of them, actually, apparently. Okay, so this calls for something a little bit, well... And I just got annihilated. Okay, so Hawk says, if you have some way of contact such as Discord, Twitter, I can let you know through there if there is a build about it and how to get it. I actually do have a Discord. I'll go ahead and send you a link as soon as the stream's done. Well, I'll include the link in the description below. How's that? Yeah, JC, it's pretty much exactly how that went down. They hired them for the game and then fired them at the last minute, which is a pretty jerk thing to do in my opinion, but they did end up going on to form their own studio making Homefront, so honestly, Homefront was kind of iffy, except for the multiplayer. Honestly, I should probably let that guy live, considering just how much trouble he was causing for his own side. Anyway, so. Alright, actually, if we can just get to this one point, we can probably do everything we need to get to the final push and just get them completely taken care of. So it looks good, no one's on this. Okay, the bleed is not on them yet, unfortunately, and I'm gonna which means I'm gonna have to take that one final objective. And there's defilers and tons of Chaos Marines all over the place. And I'm getting shot at by noise Marines, because of course I am. Oh well. Just pick an assault and fly over there. Why isn't there any super heavy melta bombs? I want all the noise Marines dead. Oh no, they're pushing us back. This is going to turn into a battle of attrition if I'm not careful. Actually, wait. I have one more ace up my sleeve. I can go there, gray it quickly, which will stop them from spawning.
Outpost has been lost.
My little plan might actually work. Mr. Ooh, getting shot at. Okay, that point is grayed. Oh god, grenades everywhere. They're well, at least we've stopped them from spawning in for a little bit, so hopefully that'll have forced them to basically... It should hopefully delay them long enough for us to... I don't know what's going on with this. Apparently we're trying to make baby rhinos. Alright, so let's take this point real quick and not get shot at in the process. Oh, dude. I think that's gonna take... Yep, sorry. Imagine an actual Battlefield 40K game. That actually sounds pretty good. And we are getting the attention of not just rockets, but yes. I love how he tried to knife me back. Okay. It would be an epic crossover, says Shadow Tornado. I agree. Pixie says Necrons would be OP. Well, that's Necrons for you. And Mr. Dan Sand says, when a whirlwind and a predator love each other very much, a land raider is born. And I am officially out of ammo. The Defiler just strolling up on Ace alone. Little did he know I had the red Tic Tacs of Doom on my side. So that's why the capture radius is just insanely big. And apparently this dude's trying to do a dance of some sort. Alright. They're actually outmatching us. That is a problem. Okay, so what I can do is try taking this point again, which another Defiler showing up, because of course there is. And he sees me, hooray! Okay, I can probably capture this if I don't get shot too much. That looks like a heavy bolter. I knew he was going to try shooting at me again with the rockets, so... Noise Marines.
The enemy forces are falling back.
We've taken their base. The Emperor protects. Oh no! Enemy defi- Oh dear, oh dear. And the grenade spam is coming. He's down. He's down. Have a melta.
Objective captured. Salient on this mark.
Well, we've actually forced them into... They're having to come back to try taking their position again, which is good. Bad news is... we still don't have the bleed on them, and we still can't end the match because there's still 2 objectives left. Oh, and these guys are showing up in force because of... Alright, so we now actually have some firepower. We can go take these guys back out. Whew. We have pretty much wrecked a good portion of them. Let's just grade this and take it. Well, it's already graded, but... now that they don't have any tanks or anything, really, to spawn in with again. Actually, let's go ahead and grade their other points so they can't even spawn in enemy infantry. We're on the verge of winning. We just need to... hold the fort here. They've been great. All we have to do now is just start taking these points and we've got it. Actually, we don't even have to do that even. We just have to... There we go. I think they are down to one dude. So if we can find that one dude, we've won. Well, either way, we've pretty much got them on the bleed so much that they're not going to be able to win. We did it! The Imperium never loses, saying otherwise is heresy. And whirlwinds are pretty good. Yes, they are. 102 kills and 12 deaths. Alright, let's try out another map, shall we? Already done 2 moons. I don't think we've done Operation Torch yet. Although that would almost certainly be... I don't think we've done Hilltop Assault, have we? So we'll do Hilltop Assault, and we will do it with the Chaos Marines. 69% accuracy, nice. So this is an assault map, apparently. An infantry-only assault map. Let's actually take this point first. Guten Trom says, finally I've been able to come in time for a live stream of yours. Ah, welcome aboard. Hope you're enjoying it. We're playing Battlefield 40K, which is a Warhammer 40K mod for Battlefield 1942. Which I've actually finally gotten to work, the latest version to work. Basically, the mod would crash when trying to select it for years, from what I understand. Unless you used one of the really old versions that only had a handful of really basic maps or something. Oh, we're dead. Okay. Anyways, admittedly, this mod was never fully finished. The latest version was 0.8, so there's only 2 factions, for example, in the mod that I can tell. You've got the Emperor's Children here as the Chaos Marines, and for the Space Marines, you have the Blood Angels. If I have any advice to anyone that's just joining the stream, is if you decide to play this mod, and I will of course be providing a link in the description below to the fixed version that I've been using. My advice is avoid the noise marines unless you turn the volume way down. It was surprisingly it wasn't that difficult to fix. I just really needed some of the older files, or one of the older files, to really get it to run. Because it turns out, if I remember correctly, it was the menu.rfa file, which the good news means that file doesn't actually affect anything in-game. What it affects is the main menu, for the most part. So I just used the old version of that actually ran, and it managed to get the mod to work. But yeah, like I said, the mod itself was never really fully finished. Like, I'm pretty sure this sort of map really did deserve to have vehicles on it because of the distance you're traveling. It's not super great, but so Hawk Silk says, yeah, from what I remember, they moved on to the BF2 version, and that's when we started on other factions such as the Imperial Guard and Tau. Okay, that actually does bring up a question. So is it just the Imperial Guard and Tau that you had, or did you also have the Space Marines and Chaos Marines as well in that mod? Because that would be really interesting. Okay, so the point has been grayed. Gutentarm says space commies, I mean Tau, seem like an interesting faction with their units. Yeah. Okay, so these guys are down. And here comes another wave. Ooh! And the crowd goes flying. Ow! Hawksill says, I don't recall Chaos, but we did have Loyal Space Marine. Yes. Cool. Awesome. Although this map looks like it's going to turn into a bit of a battle of attrition, so I'll give it a few more, and if I can't get anywhere, I'll switch out to a different map if that's okay with you guys. The cracked missiles are spammed so much. Yes, they are. I mean, the only good thing I can say about that is at least I became an expert at dodging missiles. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and switch out. Alright, so let's try one final map. Hopefully not one that's... Let's try Heroes, I think. Yeah, let's try that. Because I want a map that has a defiler so we can actually see how that thing handles. Hawksilk says the main focus with the BF2 version was Imperial Guard versus Tau, however. So how much Space Marine stuff is actually made, I'm not sure. It's been a long time. That's understandable. Alright, so let's... I don't see any defilers in this map either, unfortunately. But we do at least have rhinos this time. Alright. Gutentrom says, I'm really glad I came across Sargon. Because of him I found Arch. Because of Arch I found you. Never have found through YouTube itself. Pixie says, I found Ace because of his mech cop and nod playthrough. Yeah, thank you. Which, speaking of which, I do unfortunately, of course, need to finish that off, but I'll be... Is that it? Oh, we got one! And I shot myself? Oh no! Oh dear me. Gutentrom says, I'm getting into Warhammer lore and I'm glad I came across Ace. Thank you very much. Okay, I'll try not to blow this thing up this time. And I did it anyways. Well, at least it wasn't me this time. It was a dude with a crack rock missile. It looks like all points can be taken on this too, so this could actually be a short map if we take them all right away. So we've got the bleed on him, that's good. Hawksilk says, bad luck, but I chuckled. Well, fair enough. It was kind of amusing. Can I steal this? I can. Oh, this is going to get cruel.
Capture that location.
Uh-oh. Help! I've fallen on my... Yep, this vehicle is stuck. If Ace uses a noisemaker, I will be fairly triggered, says Pixie. Oh, I managed to make it out. Into a barrage of missiles, of course, but... I think it's time to abandon ship. Can I capture this point? Yes, I can, but I have to be really close, apparently. Ouch. Door stuck, door stuck. Alright, now we can use the defiler again. I don't think so. Ouch. I got team killed, apparently. Or something like that. No, it looks like he just took himself out too. Okay. Ouch. So apparently the Defiler is a massive target for crack missiles. But it responds quickly. Spider seems a little weak. Yeah, I'm starting to see that myself. Ace's use of the Defiler. Actually, you know what? I need something that can shoot that right now, so... And every single time I just get killed by missiles. Look at all of them, though. Phylid sucks. Yep, Livestream paused. It's a little bit intermittent at the moment. Had to refresh the page. Yeah, something weird's going on. I just noticed it because I'm basically to do this stream. I've got two computers, one to read the comments and one to actually play it. I just noticed that myself. Ow. That is going to take out quite a few, that last one. Yep. Down to 4, 3, 2. Alright, we did it. Alright, so I think that is about... I think that's a good stopping point. We've been at this for about 2 hours now. Just about 2 hours. So what I'm going to do is I'll go ahead and end the stream, and I'll provide a link to this particular build of the mod that I've been using, and I will also be providing a link, or I'll also, of course, provide the Discord so Hawksilk can contact me and hopefully be able to get in touch with me. Hopefully, yeah, be able to find the Battlefield 40K build for BF2. That would be good. It was not an Imperial defeat, just a slight setback, says Hawksilk. Alright. Anyways, but I think this is a good stopping point. So yeah, it's been fun. I'll see you all, guys all again next week. Let's see if good. And yeah, have a good one.